this is what we're going to do. I'm laying in bed and it's like 11, 12 o'clock at night. I'm like, look, just try and get as much sleep as you can, because I was barely sleeping, eyes pent open. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And it was just the thought of like facing another day and opening up my eyes at another day caused me so much stress that I couldn't even sleep. And I started saying to myself, get up in the morning. And at first I wasn't even setting an alarm clock. I'm like, you know what? As soon as you get up, because you're going to need your rest and your body is going to shut down and go into some sort of rest cycle, even if it isn't a total REM sleep. But when you open your eyes into a new day, you get up, and I would give myself one task. You get up and just sit up in the bed. Don't just lay there. Don't just lay there and cry. Don't just lay there and start thinking all these things. Don't just lay there and just be stressed out. At least sit up. So I started sitting up. Then it's like, okay, cool. We're back in the habit of doing that. Okay, now get up. Now, once you sit up or whatever, now get out of the bed. Here's the next step. You get out of bed. And I start doing that, get out of bed, and I make my bed up. Because once I make my bed up, if you're anything like me, and I'm a neat freak, I like to have things tidy or whatever, once I make my bed up, there's no way I'm laying back down. The day has started at that point. Like, at least I've guaranteed that I will be leaving my bedroom. And that's a big step. Bed made up. Okay, tomorrow, you make that bed up, okay, now we're going to start meditating. And then it goes on and on, whatever. Go and take a shower, go and brush your teeth and wash your face or whatever. Get yourself together. Whatever. Get back on your journaling. Even if you're just writing out some of the negative thoughts that are going on in your head, do it. And it is a journey. And I'm still on that journey to get back to myself, to get back to who I am in my core. I need to change the narrative in my life, because I cannot continue to go through these things at the beginning of every year, and it just keeps on extending. And I've told a couple people actually, and I've even said it to myself, like, wow, this year is going by fast. Like, do y'all realize that we are already in April, and almost in April rather. And I found myself thinking that I just want to get past this year. And I even went into this year just kind of like subconsciously thinking, like, looking ahead to like next year. And again, I don't know why that is. But in my experience, I know that and I equate this with relationships or just times in life too. Sometimes you're with someone for a short amount of time, but the things y'all go through years or decades worth of things. Oftentimes not very good. Well, not oftentimes, but sometimes not good, sometimes very good. But those short-term relationships, they do leave a great impact on you from time to time. And I guess I kind of feel like me in life, at least that season in life, we're in a short-term relationship, but the things that we went through, it was traumatic. It left scars. But now I want to go into a lifelong relationship, if you will, where I'm emotionally safe, where I'm going to have those days where, like this morning, where I say, hey, I can't do it anymore. Like, I can't do this anymore. But I still keep on going. I'm not ignoring the voice, but I am saying that you won't be the only voice that is talking. It will no longer be an echo chamber. Yes, I feel like I can't do it anymore, but you know what? You're going to get up, you're going to brush your teeth, you're going to wash your face, you're going to work out, you're going to shower, you're going to, if you're a coffee drinker, get up. I made some tea. I started listening to music, audiobooks, podcasts, and I just am deciding to try to just make a change, because the way that you start doesn't have to be the way that you finish. So, with all that being said, I'm back. I am back, and I'm not just making this promise to you as the listener of Life of Logan, but I am making this promise to myself that I am back, and I will give my all every day in spite of what is going on inside of me, and I will give myself my best effort. No matter what, I will give myself my best effort no matter what is going on within me, because I owe it to myself. I owe it to myself. I've been through enough already in life that you don't need to overcomplicate it with all these other things. We owe it to ourselves to give ourselves the best effort possible. Again, even if you don't think you have it in you, still keep moving. Move forward. Still moving forward. Forward progress. They tell you in the medical community, a body in motion stays in motion. And that's the same thing with your mind. That's the same thing with your mental health, which are inner emotions. You continue to move. You have negative thoughts, but don't let the negative thoughts be the only thoughts in your head. Acknowledge them, because they are there. And that's the biggest mistake that we make, not just as men, not just black people, but humans, period. That is the biggest mistake that we make, in ignoring the way that we feel. You got to acknowledge that. Acknowledge the way that you feel, but don't let that cripple you. It's there. Let's figure out the best plan of action to handle it, but we can't stop. I thank you all so much for tuning into this podcast, and I look forward to this next season and what it has to offer us. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I am back. We are charging towards episode 100, which will be the season finale, and by hell or high water, we will get there. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Life of Logan. Thank you all so much. Back 1% better, and overall, better than ever. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.